What's the next stop for the Seattle streetcar? For Mike McQuaid, it's a bright future.
It provides an alternative mode to move from the center city down into South Lake Union.
McQuaid, transportation chair of the South Lake Union Community Council, is talking about the Center City Connector, the planned link between Seattle's 1.3-mile South Lake Union line and the 2.5-mile First Hill line.
Broadway and Yesler.
Mayor Jenny Durkin put the connector on hold last year when the cost of it rose to $286 million, double the estimate from 2015.
We can do more.
But the mayor is now moving ahead, asking the city council to find roughly $88 million more for the connector, beyond what was already budgeted to complete it.
The streetcar is the right investment for Seattle. It's not the only investment in transportation.
McQuaid points out the connector will finally link a streetcar system that opened in 2007 with downtown, boosting commuter and tourist trips, and thus taking some strain off our congested transportation network.
This system was visioned, financed, and built as an integrated system to complement the regional transportation spine. And right now we have two bookends that don't really go anywhere, and it's not complete.
Maria Frost isn't buying it.
At what point do we say, look, this isn't working? This is not what this region needs.
Frost is the transportation director of the Washington Policy Center, who studied the fact that even at a time of economic growth and growth in transit use in the city, people are simply not choosing the streetcar.
It's expensive, it's slow, and it does not move enough people.
Frost points to King County data that shows, compared to buses, streetcars cost 43% more to operate for every hour they're in use. She says more flexible innovations, like ride-sharing and van pools, are what's needed in our fast-growing city. Not a streetcar that she calls a political monument.
So the fact that the mayor is focusing on something less cost-effective and less efficient suggests to me that it's largely about politics and not about mobility.
Occidental and Jackson.
In the Chinatown ID, Michael Winkler-Chin is trying to focus on the bigger picture.
We need a system that functions here.
Winkler-Chin is the executive director of SCIPTA, the Seattle Chinatown ID Preservation and Development Authority, who says city leaders were talking up a fully linked streetcar long before the First Hill line opened in 2016.
There are promises that are made to this neighborhood often.
Following the streetcar construction effort in the ID that Winkler-Chin says hit many small businesses hard, she says it's time for Seattle city leaders to follow through.
The easier it is for people during the lunchtime hours to be able to come down here, do lunch, grab a quick bite, do a little bit of shopping, picking up their groceries. It helps with the economics of this neighborhood.
I do have concerns.
City Council member Lisa Herbold, who chairs the council's Economic Development Committee, says the streetcar might have some positive impacts on our economy.
But I don't support using scarce transportation dollars for those objectives. I think transportation dollars need to be focused on delivering transportation-related outcomes.
That's a real challenge, as the city looks to fund voter-approved improvements promised in the Move Seattle levy, or tries to enhance and speed up work on light rail from Sound Transit. Plus, Herbold says, the mayor has not identified where money for the connector might come from, which has Herbold, a longtime streetcar critic, feeling even more skeptical.
I don't believe that it is as good of an investment in transportation as is buses or light rail.
So, will the Center City Connector be the project that helps the Seattle streetcar finally blossom this spring? Or is it a lost cause? If you're ready to see that battle play out in City Hall, all aboard.
If you build it, they will come.
Sometimes doing the wrong thing is worse than doing nothing.